Number 10, we have Zayn Malik. Former One Direction singer Zayn Malik is one of the most famous Muslim stars out there right now. His religious identity, of course, has caused a lot of criticism and conflict, especially because of his smoking and his tattoos and his lavish celebrity lifestyle. Conservative Muslims say that these are completely inconsistent with the teachings of Islam, so he's not even really a Muslim in their view. Next up at number 9, we have Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq. Now, he has been identified as Muslim in several biographies, but he is quoted to have said, "I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish, I'm Buddhist, I'm everybody because I'm a people person." Shaq played for 6 different teams over his 19-year NBA career, and he won 4 NBA championships and was an NBA All-Star as well. Shaquille O'Neal was raised Christian, but he had a Muslim stepfather. Coming at number 8, we have Janet Jackson. So Janet Jackson, the sister of the late Michael Jackson, was a huge pop culture icon in her own right. She sold over 160 million records and won 5 Grammy Awards. And you know, Janet Jackson, like the rest of her family, was raised as Jehovah's Witness, but she converted to Islam back in the year 2015, and that came just a few years after marrying a Muslim billionaire by the name of Wissam Al-Mana. Lupe Fiasco comes at the number 7 spot. So American rapper Lupe Fiasco initially disliked the musical genre of hip-hop because of its tendency to promote drugs and was just completely vulgar, and it promoted a lot of violence and misogyny. However, he appears to avoid all of that temptation, and he produces his own unique style of rap, which is in line with his Muslim faith. Not many people knew that he's a practicing Muslim. The 6th spot goes to T-Pain. Recording artist T-Pain, whose real name is Fahim Rashid Naeem. He was raised Muslim, and he expressed his beliefs in religion and has said that he does not like that religion separates people. This is what he said, and I quote, "I try not to put a label on my beliefs. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I was raised Muslim, I believe in everything. I believe in Buddha, I believe in whatever it is. I like free will." Halfway in, we have Iman. So Iman Mohammed Abdul Majid, the Somali-American model, entrepreneur, and actress, professionally known as simply Iman, is a Muslim as well. Her stage name literally means faith in Arabic. Comedian Dave Chappelle comes in at number 4. So he was raised by a Unitarian Universalist minister and was originally an atheist. Back in the year 1998, Chappelle converted to Islam, and he even tried to go on the ceremonial pilgrimage called Hajj. But he was held up in Turkey because he was denied a visa. Yeah, Dave Chappelle has a long history of controversy, but he seems to continue to pop up in the public eye and continues to go strong. Number 3 brings us Dr. Oz. Dr. Mehmet Oz is of Turkish-American descent, and he's also a Muslim. He's an acclaimed surgeon and author and the host of the popular health and wellness TV series, The Dr. Oz Show, and this was launched by Oprah Winfrey's network, Harpo Productions, in conjunction with Sony Pictures. Former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson comes in at number 2. Mike Tyson has held all 3 major championship belts that boxing offers. His career has had its share of controversial moments, which I won't get into right now because yeah, no. But Mike Tyson, he said that he is a proud Muslim. And finally at number 1, we have Angelina Jolie. Okay, well, she's like 3 religions. Angelina Jolie, she visited Pakistan, and she actually goes there pretty often, and she's known for dabbling into several different religions like Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam. And she's even said that I have a Buddhist son and I'd like a Christian and a Muslim child too. At number 10, we have DJ Khaled. Is an American rapper, producer, and of course a DJ. I mean, like, he yells it on every single track he's in. DJ Khaled! For DJ Khaled, being a Muslim is more than just an identity. He says in his own words, "It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's incredible, and it has put so many blessings upon me and my family." Akon is at number 9. So Akon has so many titles under his belt. He's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's a producer, he's a businessman, he's a philanthropist, as well as an actor, and I'm sure he does a ton of other stuff. He founded 2 successful record labels, Convict Music back in 2004 and Con Live Distributions. That was started several years later. Now in one of his songs he says, "So what you know about how God comes first in our lives. Everything that we do is for Allah." Next up we have Amal Clooney. Amal Alameddine, who became Amal Clooney after getting married to Hollywood movie star George Clooney. She is a world-renowned lawyer and author. She also is known for her work as an activist. Amal was born into a Muslim family and she doesn't talk much about religion, and she's really kept her faith quiet from the public. OG rapper Ice Cube is up next. Former member of NWA, now turned actor. He was born O'Shea Jackson, but everyone knows him as Ice Cube. He converted to Islam in the early 90s during his rap career, and he's very devout and takes his faith seriously. He was quoted saying, "I mean, what I call myself is a natural Muslim because it's just me and God." Next up at number 6 is Ellen Burstyn. She's a legendary actress who's known for her roles in films such as The Exorcist, Requiem for a Dream, The Age of Adeline, and the TV show House of Cards, just to name a few. Ellen Burstyn, she was raised Catholic but converted to Islam when she was in her mid-30s. Her Sufi Muslim teacher, Her Vilayat Inayat Khan, gave her the spiritual name Hadiya, which means she who guides in the Arabic language. Younes Bajina lands in the number 5 spot. He's Kourtney Kardashian's ex-boyfriend. Model Younes Bajina has rose to stardom on social media. And the thing that had a huge impact on his rise in popularity is him practicing and documenting his Islamic beliefs online. He revealed that he goes to prayers at mosques and he tries his best to follow the teachings of Islam. During the month of Ramadan, he shared many stories on Instagram all about the holy month of Ramadan. And he had the ladies, Muslim ladies, going crazy. "Oh my God, he's a Muslim? Oh." I'm not making that up, it's true. Google it. Now let's look at Sinead O'Connor. In a tweet, Sinead O'Connor said this in her own words. "This is to announce that I'm proud to have become a Muslim. This is a natural conclusion of any intelligent theologian's journey. All scripture study leads to Islam, which makes all other scriptures redundant. I will be given another new name. It will be Shuhada." At the number 3 spot we have Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali made history in 2017 when he won an Oscar, becoming the first Muslim actor to win an Academy Award. Definitely something to brag about. He won the award for his role in the movie Moonlight, and Mahershala Ali also starred in the Netflix series Luke Cage, as well as he appeared in House of Cards, and he's also been casted this year to play Blade in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now we haven't seen him play Blade yet, but I'm looking forward to those movies. He's a fantastic actor. Aziz Ansari comes in the number 2 spot. The actor and comedian is known for his roles in Parks and Recreation, as well as This Is the End. He was born in a Tamil Muslim family in India, and when speaking about religion during a monologue on Saturday Night Live, this is what Aziz Ansari had to say.
"A lot of people are Islamophobic, which doesn't make sense on paper, because, you know, the God in Islam is the same God that was revealed to Abraham in Judaism, Christianity, same God. People are like, ah, what do they say? Just God is good, normal religion stuff, it's okay. You want to end Islamophobia? Honestly, just change that music."
Now for the celebrity that landed in the number 1 spot is Bella Hadid. The gorgeous supermodel Bella Hadid has represented some of the top luxury brands out there. She's half Palestinian, and her view on religion was heard a lot louder after the whole Donald Trump Muslim travel ban thing. Bella condemned the travel ban, and since then Bella has been a lot more vocal about her faith, saying that she's a proud Muslim. Bella encourages everyone to foster compassion despite the differences between people, whether it be race or religion. So definitely some good principles for anyone to live by. Starting at number 10 we have Asif Mandvi. Now he's an Indian American actor, and he's appeared in many Hollywood films such as Spider-Man 2, as well as Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Internship. Aside from acting though, he's also a writer as well as a co-producer on the HBO series The Brink. Now he's brought up his religious views to the main stage as a former senior Muslim correspondent on The Daily Show. show. Next up, we have Jemima Khan, popular British Pakistani journalist and heiress Jemima Khan, who now goes by her family name Jemima Goldsmith, was born and raised Jewish, but as she grew up, her faith shifted to Islam. Now this was when she got married to her ex-husband Imran Khan, who is a legendary Pakistani cricket player, as well as now the current Prime Minister of Pakistan. Although the couple has divorced, Jemima Khan still practices the faith. Alright, number 8, we have Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Abdul Olajuwon is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Now, he led the Houston Rockets to back-to-back NBA championships in the years 1994 and 1995, and he also won the NBA Finals MVP in both of those years. He was nicknamed the Dream because how he just carried himself through the games. Olajuwon began using proper Arabic spelling of his name when he became a more devout Muslim in the year 1991. Cat Stevens is at number 7. He converted to Islam back in the year 1997, and he changed his name and he auctioned off all of his guitars, and he left behind a very successful music career because he said that it went against his faith. Now, several months after the 9/11 incident in America, he really surprised fans when he picked up a guitar for the first time in years, and he said, "Many Muslims have come up to me, shook my hand and said, thank you, thank you. I'm representing the way they want to be seen."
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wide world, and I'll always remember you like a child, girl.
Now, the number 6 spot is Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine Jackson, brother of the late Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, was raised as Jehovah's Witness and later converted to Islam. Unlike his sister Janet Jackson, it didn't take marrying a Muslim to change his faith. Jermaine took a trip to Bahrain, and that trip changed his life. And in 2010, Jermaine Jackson in a BBC interview said, "I felt that if Michael had embraced Islam, he would still be here today." Nas comes in at the halfway mark at number 5. Now, Nas grew up in a Muslim Christian home, and he's really expressed his devotion to both religions in his music. Nas was born Nasir bin Aludara Jones to a Muslim father and a Christian mother in the year 1973, and he was raised in New York. He was also highly influenced by the 5% Nation, which is an organization founded by a former member of the Nation of Islam, Clarence Edward Smith. And Nas also, he studied both the Bible and the Quran extensively, and he has embraced the religions of both of his parents. Hip-hop star Busta Rhymes is at number 4, and honestly one of the fastest rappers ever.
Hey, nigga, what you really wanna do? You ain't know that I'm coming to take what's mine. Every time I come and hit you with a little bit of killer, better know that you can never see me, little nigga, while I'm at the top. I will never stop when a nigga pop. See the way I run it and leave a nigga better. No.
He attributes a lot of his success to his Muslim faith, which he has repeatedly said keeps him grounded. Back in the year 2007, he told Hollywood TV this: "I try to really just understand every aspect about the Most High. For me, the Most High is Allah, and I live my life by Islam." He says he tries to also enjoy his life and not add a bunch of other things that will really get in the way of his perspective on life. Alright, so I had to include Muhammad Ali on this list. You guys wouldn't stop commenting, "Hey, what about Muhammad Ali?" in part 1 and part 2. So Muhammad Ali was born Cassius Clay, and he's a legendary boxing champion as well as an Olympic medalist. He was baptized as a Christian. However, in 1962, at the age of 20 years old, he was introduced to the Nation of Islam. He was inspired and he changed his name to Muhammad Ali after he converted to Islam. And in the year 2005, it was reported that he began to follow the Sufism practice of the religion. Number 2 brings us Paul Pogba, the Manchester United midfielder. Paul Pogba is a Muslim who also fasts during the month of Ramadan every single year. He was also seen conducting a pilgrimage to Mecca. Taking this pilgrimage to Mecca is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Paul Pogba was born in France to Guinean parents, and he has 2 older brothers, twins actually, Florentine and Matthias. Paul also plays for the France national football team. And in at number 1, we have Gigi Hadid. So the 24-year-old model Gigi Hadid was born Yelena Hadid, whose father is Palestinian and her mother is Dutch. She's also a Muslim. Outside of becoming one of the most sought-after models in the industry, she also made headlines when her and her sister Bella Hadid protested against Donald Trump's Muslim ban announcement. She also has been seen with her former boyfriend Zayn Malik, apparently celebrating the Muslim holiday Eid al-Adha. Let's just start off this list with number 10. We have Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali was raised as a Christian by his mother, who was an ordained minister, and then in the year 2000, that's when he converted to Islam. And at the 2017 Screen Actors Guild Awards, he accepted the Best Supporting Actor award for his performance in the movie Moonlight. Now, he said this in his own words: "I think what I've learned from working on Moonlight is we see what happens when we persecute people." Mahershala Ali said he hopes that the US can do a better job at acceptance and can celebrate people's differences rather than go to war over them.
I want to thank my teachers, my professors, I had so many wonderful teachers.
Number 9 brings us Dave Chappelle. Yes, legendary comedian Dave Chappelle. So he converted to Islam in the 1990s. And then there was an interview that he did with Time magazine where he explained why he doesn't often discuss Islam publicly. This is what he said in his own words, and I quote, "I don't normally talk about my religion publicly because I don't want people to associate me and my flaws with this beautiful thing. I believe it is beautiful if you learn it the right way." And you know, several years ago, Donald Trump's Muslim ban in America encouraged Dave Chappelle as well as others to join protesters at a rally in Dayton, Ohio, where he gave a brief speech. He said, "I support refugees, I support immigrants, and I love my friends and neighbors."
I like making memories. Sometimes I do all this crazy around my colleagues just so that they can tell their friends I did it.
Next up in this episode, we have Hasan Minhaj. Hasan Minhaj is a comedian. He's also a producer, actor, writer, TV host. He was even a YouTuber at one point. But now, most famously, he's known for his weekly Netflix show, Patriot Act, which, by the way, has a new season that is in progress right now. But anyways, his first stand-up comedy special, Homecoming King, debuted on Netflix back in May 23rd, 2017. Now, growing up Muslim in California, Hasan Minhaj says that his Islamic faith doesn't actually dictate where he goes with his comedic career. Rather, his faith has allowed him to see life from a very unique perspective because he regularly draws on personal life experiences where he feels like he was the odd one out because of his faith. After several years working at The Daily Show, as well as the success of his stand-up comedy special, and he did a phenomenal White House roast at the White House Correspondents' Dinner back in 2017, Hasan Minhaj then he landed his Netflix deal, and now he has his weekly show among many other things that he's up to right now.
Who would have thought, with everything going on in the country right now, that a Muslim would be standing on this stage?
Lupe Fiasco comes in at number 7. Lupe Fiasco was born with the birth name Wasalu Muhammad Jaco, and he was actually born into a Muslim family. Now, after originally disliking rap music because of its very vulgar themes sometimes, Lupe Fiasco really aimed to create a unique style of rap that kept his Muslim faith in mind. Now, in an interview with Katie Couric, he explained how Islam really helped him to correct his own mistakes. However, Lupe Fiasco has also said that due to his personal flaws, he is very hesitant to be a poster boy for Islam. Now, back when that executive order against Muslims was done in America, he had tweeted this: "The first refugee immigrants who sought safe haven in America and then committed terrorist acts against the indigenous citizens were white people." Now, according to him, what people need to really focus on going forward, especially in America, is having a greater focus on education and to think more broadly about religion. Number 6 brings us the gorgeous Gigi Hadid. She was born Yelena Noura Hadid on April 23rd, 1995 to a Dutch model whose name was Yolanda Hadid and a Palestinian-born real estate developer, Mohammed Hadid. Her modeling career began at a very young age actually, and then later on she was signed to IMG Models when she was just 17 years old. But Hadid's career started, of course, like I mentioned, way before that. She was discovered when she was just 2 years old to be exact, and she appeared on a number of baby guest as well as guest kids campaigns.
I'm really pushing myself this week. Alright
guys, so at number 5 we have the sister of Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid. Go figure. She was born in Washington, D.C. in the United States. Of course, she is known for her looks and she has become a supermodel as well. And Bella Hadid has represented some of the top luxury brands in the entire world. She's of course half Palestinian like her sister and Dutch, and her view on religion was heard a lot louder after this whole Donald Trump Muslim ban thing. I know this was several years ago, but it's still a big thing that has rocked America, especially in the Muslim community. Now, Bella Hadid, she condemned the travel ban, and since then she has been a lot more vocal about her faith, saying that she is a proud Muslim. Bella, she really encourages a lot of people to really show compassion despite the differences between people, whether it be race or religion. People are people, period.
I'm feeling so weird today.
Honestly, I think it's just Mercury retrograde.
I know.
Janet Jackson comes in at number 4, and she is, of course, an American singer, songwriter, and actress, and dancer, and also the sister of the late and great Michael Jackson. She's definitely a prominent figure in pop culture, and she's known for her elaborate stage performances. But later on in her life, she married a Qatari businessman named Wissam Al-Meina, and Janet Jackson then reportedly converted to Islam in preparation for the birth of her son. And her son's name is Isa, which translates to God is salvation in Arabic. Moving on now to number 3, Sophia Ali. She was born in November of 1995 in San Diego, California, and now she belongs to a Pakistani Muslim family, and she's also known for her acting performance in the MTV romantic comedy series Faking It, as well as ABC medical drama series Grey's Anatomy. That show has so many seasons. I keep trying to watch it on Netflix and I'm like, no, this is gonna take a lifetime to finish all these episodes. In any case, Sophia Ali, she has also starred in the horror film Truth or Dare back in 2018, but she became really famous after appearing on the TV show Grey's Anatomy. That was a show that actually really brought her in the limelight a lot more. She played the role of Dalia Qadri, who is a Muslim doctor who wears a hijab all throughout the show.
I'll study. I'll make flashcards. You should see my flashcards because my handwriting is basically a font. I mean, I even use diagrams, see?
Okay guys, so we're almost done this episode. At number 2, we have Akon. And now this guy, he was born in St. Louis, Missouri in the United States. And Akon has so many titles under his belt. I mean, like, he's a singer, songwriter, producer. He's also a philanthropist, actor, and a businessman. And Akon, he founded 2 very successful record labels, Convict Music back in 2004, as well as Con Live Distribution. Now, in one of his songs, he said, "So what you know about how God comes first in our lives? Everything that we do is for Allah." Now let's end off this episode at number 1 with DJ Khaled. Khaled bin Abdul Khaled, just simply known as DJ Khaled, is an American rapper, producer, as well as of course a DJ. It's in his name. I mean, he yells it in every single song. For DJ Khaled, honestly, being a Muslim is more than just an identity. He says in his own words that it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's incredible, and it has put so many blessings upon me and my family. That's according to him. Now, there's been quite a bit of controversy. A lot of people say that, well, his lifestyle doesn't necessarily represent being a Muslim, but nevertheless, he identifies with the religion of Islam and says it has played a big part in his life. Anyway, starting at number 10, we have Asif Manvi. Asif Manvi is an actor and a comedian, and he's probably best known for his role as the Daily Show correspondent. He was born in India, and he spent quite a bit of his childhood in the United Kingdom before his family ended up moving to Tampa, Florida. In one interview with the Tampa Bay Times, he said this: "My experience in the Daily Show is that sometimes you get the thing that you want, but in a way that you never expected to get it." Fareed Zakaria comes in at number 9. He was born in India, he's a journalist, and he hosts his own show on CNN. He's also an editor for Time magazine, and he also writes a foreign affairs column for the Washington Post. Fareed Zakaria was raised by Muslim parents, although he says that he doesn't consider himself a particularly religious person. Number 8 brings us Ice Cube. He's an American rapper, actor, and movie producer. O'Shea Jackson, aka Ice Cube, as he's better known as, says that he doesn't practice a faith in the traditional sense. Now, in his own words, he kind of clarifies, so this is what he says: "What I call myself is a natural Muslim, because it's just me and God." And this is what he told The Guardian in 2000. And he continues to say, "You know, going to the mosque, the ritual and the tradition. It's just not in me to do, so I don't do it. The American at number 7 is French Montana, but his real name is Kareem Karabouch, but of course he's more well known for his stage name French Montana. He's a Moroccan-American rapper, and he was born and raised in Morocco, and then he emigrated to the United States with his family at the age of 13 years old. Now, in regards to his religion, this is what he had to say. My religion plays a big role in my success. It's just about doing positive. You fear not doing the right thing. Shore Agdaslu comes in at number 6. Now, she has a very recognizable voice.
I'm afraid Sam is not available. Call back later. Thank you.
She's an Iranian-American actress that was born into a Muslim family. Now, back in the year 2013, in an interview with the Los Angeles Times, she said that her Muslim identity probably had cost her some film roles. Now, interesting fact, although a director by the name of George Nolfi wanted her for the role of God in the 2011 movie The Adjustment Bureau, she actually wasn't casted for the part. She was let go from that part. But this is what she says in her own words. I say I was born a Muslim. I don't introduce myself as a Muslim woman, but I guess the distribution company put the dots together and felt it's too early for this. Getting back into this list though, at number 5, we have the American rapper Raekwon. Now, he converted to Islam back in the year 2009. Raekwon was born by the name Corey Woods, and he's asked by GQ magazine in 2017 if he was keeping up with the news about Donald Trump's travel ban on refugees and visitors from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. And in a quote, this is what he says: Allah, he's going to let it be what it be. And whenever he wants to fix it, he's going to fix it. Right now, I'm just focusing on my children, my career, and really just letting it be what it's going to be. At the end of the day, it'll work itself out. Next up in this episode at number 4, we have Ibu Patel.
I immigrated from India to the United States when I was very young, and I'm from a Muslim family.
Ibu Patel was a member of President Barack Obama's inaugural advisory council on faith-based neighborhood partnerships. Now, after earning a doctorate from Oxford University, Ibu Patel actually wanted to give public service a shot. Ibu Patel says that his Interfaith Youth Corps is one of the largest interreligious organizations in all of North America. These staff members actually train thousands and thousands of students on nearly 500 college campuses. Dean Obadala comes in next at number 3. Now, this man is a lawyer who then later became a comedian as well as a cultural commentator. Now, he also has his own show that he hosts on SiriusXM, and that show is his name, The Dean Obadala Show. Now, in his own words, he said that polls show that if you know a Muslim, you are much more likely to have a positive view of all Muslims. So this is why one of his signature lines that he opens up his show with, he always says this: I'd like to be your Muslim friend. Of course, working to change the perception that many Americans have about the Muslim community. But Dean Obadala, he's one of the first Muslims to host a national radio show, and from time to time you can see him on TV networks like CNN. Sophie Ali comes in number 2 in this episode. She was born in November 1995 in San Diego, California, and she came from a Pakistani Muslim family. She's best known for her acting role in the MTV romantic comedy series Faking It, as well as ABC's medical drama series Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, that show has seasons for days. You'll be watching that forever. Grey's Anatomy fans know exactly what I'm talking about. But either way, she also appeared in the 2018 horror film Truth or Dare. But, she became really famous after appearing in Grey's Anatomy. That show really skyrocketed her to a lot more fame. Sophia, she played the role of Dahlia Qadri, who was a Muslim doctor, and in the show, her character wears a hijab. And finally, at number 1, we have Nasim Pedrad. Nasim Pedrad was born on November 18, 1981. Now, she's an American actress, and she's a comedian, and she's best known for her 5 seasons as a member on Saturday Night Live from the years 2009 up until 2014. Nasim Pedrad was born in Tehran, Iran to a Muslim family, and in her own words, she said, I knew at a young age that I wanted to do comedy. and maybe part of that was trying to fit in at school because I had a weird name. And my parents had these accents, and I was definitely a late bloomer. Also, some of you may recognize her for her role as Dahlia in Disney's live-action Aladdin movie that came out last year, 2019. So just like that, we're at the end of another episode. Let me know down below in the comment section if any of these on this list really surprised you, or did you expect to see other people on this list as well. And also, if you have any other thoughts and comments about anything that I shared in this episode or anything at all, let me know down below. You can find me on social media as well. Those links are below in the video description section, and I'll leave you with a recommended episode that's going to be at the end screen. So once you see that annotation, give it a tap to keep on learning. And that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll see you in the next episode.